one of the faster drivers. So in Mario Kart 64, there's a trade-off between quick acceleration and then the more bigger players that can knock people around. So we pick Yoshi, who's light and quick. He's also one of the quickest people to menu to, and that'll come into play later. So, but without further ado, let's get into the run here, and time will start when I hit A on this. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So this game is heavily RNG based, like heavily, because it depends on items that you get from item boxes, and yeah, we just can't control that. So right at the beginning here, we're going to go for red shells. If we don't get it after a few attempts, we'll just have to skip it and finish the track normally. But ideally, you would reset after not getting red shells a couple times. Might just have to go with this blue shell here. Yeah, we'll just go with the blue shell. So basically what I'm going to be doing here is... So yeah, I don't even know what strats I'm doing until I figure out what items I get. So it'll be entertaining for you and for me. We're going to fire this blue shell, and that was a bad throw, and I missed it. Okay, we do have a second shot though. I'm not used to doing it with blue shells, so... Yeah, I didn't get it. That's unfortunate. So what you want to do there is throw the shell, and then you run into it and go out of bounds, and it actually skips a lap. I'm not used to doing it with blue shells though, so that was not the best. Hopefully we can catch up. We got a lot of ground to make up, and that's not the way to do it. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get some red shells as we're going around here, and that would make things certainly easier. Okay, we got another blue shell. Think here if I'm comfortable going for that though. We might just keep going here. So off to a great start. A little bit sketchy. But yeah, normally I'd do a red shell strat. Okay, lightning's good, that'll help us catch up. And the red shell strat is not too bad. Part of it too is I think I'm used to Super Mario controls right now. I'm trying to jump into this without any, man, we're just getting all the blue shells. This is crazy. Trying to jump into this without any warm-up is a little bit daunting, but let's see what we got here. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it, so... Now we get the red shells. Okay. This is a little bit unorthodox, but I'm gonna reset just because, yeah, I would have to redo the track anyway, so I promise that'll be the only reset. We're not gonna get off schedule because of this game, or I would be resetting all day, but we still should be able to get close to estimate here. Okay, let's try that again. Only lost a minute or whatever, but... Okay, the reason I go backwards onto the grass here is I'm trying to hit a checkpoint to make this glitch work. Let's hope we get red shells. This time I'm only going to maybe try to get red shells 3 times. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, RNG is a huge pain in this game. So yeah, golden mushroom is pretty much the worst case scenario because it stops you from getting another item until it runs out. So yeah, as you can see, RNG is not playing nice so far. So we might just do this track normally. But yeah, this game's definitely a fun one to run at marathons because anything can happen. Alright, we got our red shells, so we can actually do the red shell skip now. So at least I'll be able to show it off. It's similar to what I was trying to do with the blue shells before, but... Let's see, I need to go... I'm not sure if I need to go over this sort of checkpoint again, but... Okay, so what you do is you fire the red shell and then run into it. Okay, missed. It's unfortunate. Okay, there we got it. So you can see that I went from 8th to 1st there. And we skipped an entire lap. So basically, Lakitu sets you down back behind the track there, and we just got it again. Okay, good. That is good. So... came in clutch there, first track done. So So just ignore that whole reset that we did at the start. We'll just try to forget about that, and we'll just say that this is a great run so far. Yeah, so basically you're using checkpoint abuse there. We hit the checkpoint behind the finish line, we crash in front of the finish line, but then Lakitu sets you back down behind the finish line. So it's like you did a whole lap. So good start to the run here. And now we're on to Moo Moo Farm. So this one is one of the few tracks that has no skips. So we're just going to be trying to go as fast as we can and get as many of these mini turbos in as we can. So mini turboing is done by sliding, power sliding, and then wiggling your stick back and forth. And that gets you these mini turbos, which gives you a tiny boost of speed. Yeah, that would be crazy if you were in a... Like, I wish that I knew these skips back in the day when I played this game with my friends. Like, you would absolutely destroy them. So we're getting some mushrooms, which is good. I mean, we want to go fast, so mushrooms is good RNG. So yeah, your ideal run, you'd get exactly the items that you want for all your glitches, and then you'd get mushrooms every single time. And if the MK64 community decided that they wanted to do a mod or something to give us that perfect RNG, I would not be against that. But I recognize it's just part of the game, so you just have to roll with the punches. That's part of it. That's part of it. So we're done with Moo Moo Farms. No more cows. Now on to Noko Noko Beach, as they say in the Japanese version. I am using the Japanese version because there are some skips that only work on the Japanese version. I'm not doing those skips, but I guess I just picked the Japanese version just in case one day I want to learn the Toad's Turnpike Japanese version skip, which I believe is the only one that requires a Japanese version. So this one actually has an intended shortcut right here where you can jump up. It's a little bit tricky to get up that ramp sometimes, and apparently to dodge palm trees as well. But we did hit it that first time. I think in my PB I get it 2 out of the 3 laps. So let's see if we can do that or better. Off to a good start, hitting it the first time. But yeah, we got an intended shortcut in this track. Oh, and the item box. That was brutal placement, whoever did that. Let's see if I have enough speed. Okay, just barely made it. I was a little bit off to the right there, but we did make it, so that's good. So still saving time, even with that brutal item box placement. That's another thing that you can't control in this game. That's sort of RNG, is the behavior of the other racers. Sometimes they'll just put a banana in the worst possible place. You're just like, why? Okay, let's see if we can go 3 for 3. That was a little sketchy lineup, but we got it, 3 for 3. That's better than my PB run. Right there, you might, if you haven't played this game a lot, you might be wondering why I spun out there. If you turn like too quickly, too much, you'll actually spin out. So sometimes you can feel it happening and sort of brake to stop that, but that time it just came really fast. So all right, we hit 3 for 3 on Koopa Troopa Beach. Okay, this one is another one where we're going to be hoping for some items here. So we want either a star or 3 red shells, and my strategy will change depending on what we get. So pray for a star or 3 red shells, please. Okay, we got the 3 red shells, so good RNG for once. And a star. Okay, this is the God RNG. That is the ideal scenario, is that you get a red shell and a star at the same time. I'm gonna wait. Oh yeah, probably should have just let that guy go. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is put those red shells there. They're gonna stop right there. Whoops. And we're just going to lightly run into them and hop the fence. And that sort of skips. So that obviously that one wasn't that fast because we were trying to line it up, but the next laps will be super fast. And then what we're going to do with this star here, this is actually a developer intended Easter egg. But if you go into this tunnel here and turn around and use your star, it will skip a lap. So we just skipped to the 3rd lap, so that's why this is the God RNG, because not only do we get the red shell skip, we also get the lap skip from the star. And now we're going to do our next red shell skip, and then we'll be done. Okay, that was awesome. So I can't complain about RNG now because that was like the ideal RNG. Okay, now we're going to reset. So it's faster to reset, or not reset the timer, but we're going to reset our console. It's faster to reset and go to the next cup than it is to watch the whole like trophy cutscene. So we reset and go to the next cup here. So you do have to make sure you cross the finish line and it says first place. But yeah, it's faster to reset than to watch the whole awards ceremony. Okay, here we're going to be attempting a very difficult skip, for me at least. If we don't get it in... Oh gosh. Literally getting hammered by everyone. If we don't get it in a few tries here, I'll just skip it. But basically we're going to hop this fence, get stuck, and then try to... There's a few frames where we can clip through the fence after that. And that time wasn't good, but we'll try this again. We got it. Awesome. So we just clipped through. Oh, that makes me so happy because that glitch can be difficult sometimes. So there's a few frames where you can get through the wall there after Lack 2 sets you back down. And so we just skipped down to the lower track. So this is like a figure 8. And we just skipped half the track. And if we did it right, so we will be able to abuse the checkpoint now. And hopefully we did. Where now if I just jump out of bounds right here, Lakitu should set me down at the lower track, and he did. Alright, so we got a perfect skip on Toad's Turnpike. And yeah, that is awesome. I'm really happy about that. So normally this track would take me about 3 minutes to complete, and we're about to do it in 2. So it saves a full minute by doing that skip there. I'm wary to put these bananas down because I know I have to go around another time, so I'll put them down after the finish line. Someone asked in chat, what is the hidden balloon that comes down sometimes? So that balloon, I believe, always contains a blue shell. It has like an item box. If you're referring to the one that's on the first track that we did, which is Luigi Raceway, is that the one we did? I'm used to the Japanese titles, so not entirely sure, but yeah, that always contains a blue shell. I'm pretty sure someone can correct me on that, but yeah, that was a really good Toad's Turnpike for me. Nailed the skip, and yeah, happy with that. So next up we have. Forget what track is next. We gotta wait and see. Okay, Frappe Snowland. That's what I thought. Okay, this one we're gonna skip the entire track just with some crazy checkpoint abuse. We're gonna turn around right at the start, hopefully not get hit too bad. Go past the checkpoint onto the bridge, and then jump onto the snow without touching the road, and then go out here and get stuck. And you'll see my place will go from 8th to 1st. So the game thinks that you just did a full lap. And we're just going to do that 3 times, and that's Frappe Snowland done. So if you were playing this track against your friends back in the day, like, all you'd have to do is this, and you'd, like, destroy them. I really wish that I would have known about this. So yeah, whole track skipped there. Easiest track in the game, probably the easiest glitch to pull off in the game as well. So if you want to go pull up your N64 or your emulator and try it out, go for it. It's not too hard. And skips the entire track, so. Alright, so yeah, that was probably the quickest track in the whole game that we're gonna do. That's crazy that you found out this trick out as kids. I would have never, I was not much of a glitch hunter as a kid. I would just play it as intended. But as I grew older, obviously now I love glitches, but love to abuse them. So now we got Choco Mountain. Is it 2 Chocos? I think it's just Choco Mountain. Some of these tracks have 2. They repeat it. This one does have some skips where you can sort of hop over the walls if you time it right. I'm not going to be doing them though, just because it's super inconsistent for me, and losing a track can be really costly. I don't want to add a bunch of time onto the run when we've got an estimate to make here. But so that's one thing that I haven't mentioned yet, is on all of these tracks you have to get 4th or better on the track to move on. So if I were to ever get 5th, I would have to redo that track, and we don't want to do that. So not want to have to redo tracks. This part's a little bit sketchy, that section right there, because you can fall off back down on the other part of the track and lose a bunch of time. But we're good right now, besides running over a banana, but we're looking good. Looks like we're going to complete this in 4th or better. Oops. Rip to Peach. We just hit a banana there. Apologize for that. Okay, we got just a little bit left on the final lap here. Hoping nothing bad happens. Holding that green shell for protection so I don't get hit by anything. And Peach is just trying to snipe me with some bananas. I don't like that. And just for that, 1st place. That was sort of clutch. Not that it matters if you get 1st or 2nd, but it's a nice sneaky 1st place win there. Okay, through Choco Mountain. Okay, now we're on to the final course of this cup, Mario Circuit. This one does have a red shell skip, sort of like the one I did right at the beginning, but it's harder than the one at the beginning, so I'm not going to be pulling that one off. Plus, there's not really time to like wait to get reds. The first track that we did with the red shell skip, like you can do a few attempts to get reds and still make up the time if you don't get them. But this track is so short that you really don't have time for it. So we'll just do it as intended. So like top level runners would reset at this point after not getting reds right at the beginning. So you're looking good. One lap left, and again, since this is the last track in this cup, we're going to reset after crossing the finish line. So that was a narrow miss of that banana there. Toad is just trying to take us down. Oh, sorry, Peach. But we managed to stay in front. And I do sort of cut across the sand grass there. I'm not sure if that's faster, but okay, Toad is really scaring me with that fake item box, but we do manage to get through, and we'll reset. Toad is being a real pain right now. So usually it's Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is just notorious for being the worst in this game. So, like I said, Yoshi is the quickest, fast person to menu to, so that's why we pick him. But yeah, this game actually is pretty vicious. Like, if it weren't for all these skips, like, it's a hard game to get, like, 4th or better each time. Sometimes the AI can just be brutal. Okay, this track hopefully goes well for me. I've had trouble with it lately, but basically we're just going to do some wall jumps. And it works really well because this is a really long track. Oh, dang it. So I got the jump there, but I went in front of the finish line, so it put me back in 8th. That's really unfortunate. But basically you're just going to try to ram yourself into this wall and jump the finish line, and so you can skip the whole lap. It's a little bit tricky to get the timing down, and sometimes even if you get perfect timing, the game won't give you the wall jump. And so I'm sure some of these I'm just timing it wrong, but we'll just say that it's the game doing it. It saves so much time though that it's really unfortunate that I got it at the beginning, but it wasn't I jumped in front of the finish line instead of behind. But yeah, this track has been a problem point for me, even though it's not that hard. So we just got it just there. That first wall jump is super simple. But yeah, this skips the entire track, and it's a long track, so. Oh, that is really unfortunate. So if you land on the top of there, Lakitu will pick you up and put you back. So we had the jump. Okay, that time we got it. So this is going decently. Ideally, you'd want to get well under a minute for this track, but I'll take 2 minutes at this point. Let's see if we can get the one more jump. Ah, so close. The other problem thing about this is sometimes the ground will eat your inputs, so you can triple tap A to get instant, like, full speed, but sometimes the ground here will eat your inputs, like right there. Okay, we did get it. We're done with Warrior Stadium in under 2 minutes, so not too bad. I can't complain about that time. I did a marathon run of this game a while back, and I think I got like 3 minutes on Warrior Stadium. It's just, I'm not sure what it is, because it's not that hard of a trick, but it can be hard to time sometimes. Okay, on to Sherbet Land. At least that's what it's called in the Japanese. I think it has a different name in the English version. This one doesn't have any skips except for this one right here, right there. Did you see it? So you can sort of hop the cracks there to save just a few frames. Obviously a huge skip. Right here, these penguins can be really annoying. I just got thrown off my normal route there, but we'll take it. Again, the AI is just brutal. There's a lot of rubber banding in this game, so if you're doing well, the AI will speed up to catch up to you. Yeah, that is the big skip. Okay, and penguins are just such a problem in this level because they just destroy you. So right there I just ran over a banana, but if you run over a banana, sometimes you feel yourself sliding out, and if you catch it in time and hit the brake, you won't slide out. So that time I managed to keep it in check. Ooh, just barely going in between that penguin there. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I get why the big penguins would stop you, but it's annoying how the tiny penguins, like if you hit them, it'll just completely stop. I've never run over a penguin with a car before, but I imagine it wouldn't completely stop your car. Not that I would want to run over penguins. Penguins are nice, but just saying, the physics there is not, doesn't seem the best. Yeah, so the rubber banding is just bad in this game. They will speed up so much if you're in first. So it's like you can never really get too far ahead of them. But we're doing pretty good. A good time for this track for me is under 2 minutes. I did have that hit into the penguin, so it looks like we're just going to barely miss 2 minutes. But yes, the AI can get lightning, and it's really obnoxious. Like, because it can kill runs, and it's just you can't really control it. I think the chances are pretty low though, because it doesn't happen that often. But when it does, it's really annoying. So. Okay, Peach Circuits. And the English version, this one's called Royal Raceway. I haven't mentioned the start boost, so if you time your acceleration right at the very start, you get a boost. I've been getting it most of the time, I think. Right here, we're going to jump over this lake and hit that texture there. And the game thinks that we fell from the mountain that's above, so it's going to place us down up there. And it's a nice little skip there. So we just skipped like half of the track. And we're just going to do that 3 times, and this track will be done. So, yeah, it's like the only time you can get too far ahead of the... That was bad there. I went through the grass, but the only time you can get too far ahead is when you're doing these skips. Like, other than that, like, they just stick right with you, no matter how well you're driving. Okay, let's line it up again. And go straight for that dark texture. Oh, and I didn't hop. So, or I didn't hop in time at least. I hopped, but it didn't quite work in time there. So yeah, you need to jump to make it across. There we go. There was a nice hop. And so it might seem that that skip like didn't really save that much time because the AI were right there with me. But it does save time because you have to remember that they speed up when you're in first. So they wouldn't have been going that fast if I hadn't have done that skip. So it is saving lots of time. And I mean, it's obvious that it saves time. You skip half the track, but just in case you were wondering how they caught up so fast, it's just the rubber banding. Oh, unfortunate banana. I hope I don't fall into the water. Okay. It wasn't bad enough to make me go into the water, which is good. Okay, let's see if we can get 2 out of 3 first try. There we go. That one's not hard. That was just, I jumped too late, so. But yeah, that's a nice little skip there. Raceway. Oh, that was dumb. I temporarily forgot that you can't mushroom over that mountain there. It would have been cool though. Alright, we're done with Royal Raceway. So we got one more track in this cup, and then we'll move on to the final cup. The final cup is the one that's got Rainbow Road, everyone's favorite track, so. But before that, we got Bowser's Castle, which is my least favorite track. Or on the Japanese version, Koopa Castle. Okay, got the start boost. So this one is my least favorite track, just because, so take how like awful the AI are being, and now do it in like a very tight quarters environment where you've got freaking thwomps wrecking you. This is bad. Alright. Ideally you want to go underneath the thwomps. So yeah, this is part of the reason I hate this track. It's really hard. Like right here is this narrow walkway where you can fall into the lava. You're just even a slight bit not straight. Okay, got a mushroom, golden mushroom, that's nice. But yeah, like this track is really hard. Like hopefully we're gonna get top 4, but we'll see. It would be really unfortunate if we didn't. Okay, star. That's actually really useful. That I'll use that to get through these swamps up here. Here I'm going to need to be careful though. Okay, managed not to fall down there. And even took out Bowser with the star. So that was a really nice star there. And we got lightning. Okay, RNG is being real kind to us. So I was worried about not finishing this track before. We should be okay. Assuming we don't have any big mistakes. I don't want to jinx it, but we do still have one more lap. But we're going into it in first place. So. Oh gosh. Alright, that's what I was saying about the mistakes there. Okay, we only dropped down to second though. That lightning helped out. Okay, made it under the thwomps. Usually I don't have trouble making it under the thwomps. Of course. Luckily I let off the gas there. We did still spin out. So I didn't get the full... Oh wow, that was sketch. Okay, I really hope we can finish this track in 4th or better. We're in 4th right now, so okay, 2nd. That was almost really bad. But I think the worst is behind us. Not a lot can go wrong from this at this point. And we are through. So I can relax now. We're gonna reset. Yeah, Toad is just being so annoying. I don't know what is up with Toad. We'll go on to the last cup here. We're making pretty good time. We're on pretty good pace. I think we'll definitely be within estimate. Maybe even with the 2-minute reset we had at the beginning, which we're not going to talk about. Okay, we've got some cool skips on this cup here. So up first we got DK Jungle Parkway, and we are going to skip the entire track with a nice little skip here. Basically, I'm going to get on this light spot right here and aim for just the corner of that right there. And you can see my place just went to first. So basically, we cross the finish line, but we land inside the inside the track at the end of the track. So it thinks we just did a full lap, and it's a little bit tricky to line up here, but yeah, it's basically a full lap skip. So we just did it again. Nice. One more time and we'll be done with DK Jungle Parkway. And I'm taking a bit to set it up, but it is worth it. Missing this is annoying, so. Okay, we got 3 perfect skips there. So sometimes you will get the skip, but you'll land like farther out in the water and lap 2 will set you down. It'll still work, but it's not as quick. We just got the fastest skip though 3 times. So that one's pretty cool. Sub-minute DK Jungle Parkway. So it saves a few minutes there as opposed to doing it normally. So I saw that someone said they thought Toad was the quickest and can turn the best. I'm pretty sure Toad's stats and Yoshi's stats are equal. Like, I think Toad, Yoshi, and Peach are all the fastest. Again, I'm not like an expert or anything, but I believe that's the case. And that would make sense why we pick Yoshi, because he's the quickest commanders do. Okay, we just got really good RNG getting... Oh, gosh. That sucks. So I don't know if this skip is going to work now, because it just fell off, so the checkpoint might not be right, but we'll try it. Yeah, it didn't work. So normally that will give you a lap skip, but because I fell, I was so excited about the good mushroom RNG that didn't quite get it. But that's okay. So the reason I was excited about getting triple shrooms is because there's, like, oh gosh, again. There's another lap skip that we're going to do with the shrooms. So, okay, why did it set me down going the wrong way? What is wrong with you, Blackatoo? Okay, so it seems like I'm doing badly. That's because I am. But we're going to make up for it with this skip right up here. So, all those guys think they got the race in the bag, but little do they know, we're going to do a little skip right here. But we hop the fence, and basically we move back across the checkpoint, and then lap 2 is going to put us back in front of the finish line, so we just skipped a lap. You can see my lap just went up. And we're just going to do that one more time. While those guys are racing around, we're just going to cheat it a little bit. You got to line it up pretty good. I think that's good. Let's see. Yep, got it again. Yeah, so we got the lap skip twice there. Again, it was unfortunate that we didn't get the first lap skip. That would have made this a very low 1 minute time. Instead, we got a 2 minute time. But we're still doing pretty good. I can't complain. Yeah, I'm glad Chad is there to explain why the question marks are there on that course. Yeah, it just has to do with there's so many different paths that they didn't feel like trying to calculate who was actually in first, so they just put them all question marks. Okay, this track is my second least favorite track after Bowser Castle, just because, I mean, same reasons. You've got a really tight space here, a lot can go wrong. I almost spun out there, but because I hit the brake, you saw that music note sort of pop up. So a really small skip right here, where we're just going to dodge the bats by hopping that crack. That was really sketchy. I don't know why I did that green shell forward like that, but luckily it didn't hit us. Took out Peach. The fake item box there. But yeah, this track can be pretty annoying to get 4th or better in. Right now we're doing okay. We managed to fend off Peach. Chilling in first right now. Triple green shells is nice. That'll give us some protection like that. And some protection from that banana, which I did not see. So yeah, it seems like the AI always put the bananas in the worst possible places on this track. And even right there, trying to snipe me with the banana. Not nice. Those triple green shells came in handy though. We just wrecked 3 people. Got one more lap after this. Yes, this is a very spooky track. Okay. Oh wow, that was a weird. Oh my gosh. Okay, remember we need to get 4th or better, and Wario knocks me off. That is really annoying. I was just about to say I think we're fine, but this is getting. I'm just trying to make things interesting, you know. Trying to keep some excitement, keep people's nerves on edge. Yeah, this is bad. Okay, lightning though is a godsend. Thank you, RNG. Okay, we made it through. Man, my heart's pounding a little bit. I didn't think we were gonna get 4th in that one. So yeah, it can be really annoying sometimes the AI. So we had Wario there just knock me into the water. He's one of the heavier players. So Wario, Donkey Kong. I feel like this version has the worst rubber banding. I haven't played the other ones too extensively, but from what I've heard, this one has the worst. Okay, here I'm going to be trying to do a skip here. It's a little bit difficult, but we'll see if I can get it. So we're going to try to go down to the track below here. If I overshoot, just barely overshot. So we didn't get the skip. It's going to send me back down at the start. But you're going to try to aim for that track below. We didn't quite get it though. Unfortunate. We were so close to, like, I just barely overshot it, but it's okay. We might see it again. We got some making up to do now though. So we need to get back up into the front here. Ideally, after nailing that skip, you want to try to get a green shell for the next skip and not get hit by the chain chomps. Or the chomps, I guess. But the problem is, when you're in 8th place, your chances of getting a green shell are pretty low. If I was in 1st place, like I would have been, had I nailed the skip, then it would have been pretty high. But that's okay, we got 3 laps to get what we want here. Lightning is nice. I think I've gotten so much lightning this run, which I appreciate. I'm not against that. Alright, this will probably get us up into 1st. And then we can go for a green shell here. And if we get a green shell, then we can do a different skip. That skips the whole lap, so. Man, I would have really liked a green shell. But the game just doesn't want to cooperate with me. That was a narrow miss there. Okay, we'll see if we get a green shell from this one here. We do get a green shell. Okay, we can go try the skip. Yeah, I did see the lightning send someone through the floor. I wasn't sure if that was real or not, but I'm glad someone else saw that. I don't know how that happens, because this track has walls, and you can't really skip the walls unless you do what we're about to do. Which is, we're going to attempt. Just barely missed it. So, that sucks. If you hop right before you hit a green shell, then you will skip a whole lap there. But we did nail the other skip that time, so that's nice. So I barely missed it there. I think I just didn't, I wasn't quite angled the way that I normally am. So we missed the green shell skip, but we hit the other skip, so that's good. You guys got to see that. Had I gotten the green shell skip, we probably wouldn't have seen that first skip again. So we'll just say that I did that on purpose so that I could show off both skips. And we'll get another shot at the green shell skip here. Hopefully it goes better this time. Hopefully we could, there's also a chance we could get triple green shells, and that way we'd have 3 attempts, so. But the chances of that are less than just getting a single green shell. So supposedly in first place, your chances of getting a green shell should be pretty high, but we've been in first place this entire lap and have not got one once. Again. Sit on here. We get multiple attempts. Triple green shells. All right. So you should be seeing the green shell skip unless I somehow miss it 3 times, but I doubt that will happen. We'll see. I don't want to jinx myself though, so let's just say that it will happen. No, that was bad. Oh gosh, now we only got 1 attempt left. I should not have jinxed myself like that, but... Line it up here. Oh, we missed it again. Okay. Well, we got our work cut out for us now. We're right at the end of the run. Didn't get the other skip, so... Okay, just trying to keep things interesting. We've got 1 lap to get to the end. Hopefully we can get there. They've got a pretty good head start here, and if you miss item boxes, that does not help either. Luckily with the rubber banding though, they will slow down a little bit, but it would have been nice to get the green shell skip, but that's okay. I think it's still been a good run overall, so I'll take it. Just narrowly missing that chomp there. Okay, we've caught back up to at least the 8th place person. Gives me a little trouble. Blue shell. Oh gosh, and hit the wall right into that chomp. It sucks. It'd be really nice for some lightning now. But I'll take mushrooms. Again, we just need to get in 4th, so we're pretty close. As long as no more major mistakes, we should be okay. So, root for me here. And we will be within estimate if we can finish. Oh, Donkey Kong, please. Please stay away. Okay, we're in 2nd. I think we're good. But they are all right there. Holy cow. No, 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 Fit. You've got to be kidding me. Alright. Well, that is the end of the run. Technically, it doesn't count as a completed run because we didn't get in 4th or better. That sucks. Freaking, yeah. Rubber banding there. Just 3 people passed me right at the end. Hopefully, you guys still enjoyed this run, though. You guys got to see most